Hey girl, you trying to hit this?
Ugh, you know exactly what I need.
What's up, you filthy fucking stoners? It's Tuesday. We're high.
Welcome back to Two Girls, One Blunt. I'm Emily.
And I'm Jaime.
Hell yeah, bitches.
You should know us by now, though.
Yeah.
But if this is the first episode, welcome.
No, do better.
Go back and listen to
Look
the
at
rest.
the bio. It's literally in the bio. Come on.
That's true. Like, I hate it when a guy messages you and they spell your name wrong, but your name is literally above them as they're messaging you.
Yeah, I've never gotten that because my name's Emily, but...
Yeah. My name is Jamie, but it's spelled like Jaime. Jaime. And a lot of people spell it Jamie. And that is disrespectful. So we have some exciting news.
Oh, we do?
Some good news.
We do?
Some sexy news.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Emily
is starting an OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be able to see her nipples. How big are they? How small are they? What do they look like when they're hard? There's going to be a lot of questions answered.
That nobody has asked. Yeah, here are the answers.
But you will see when you subscribe to her OnlyFans and support her. Mm-hmm. What's the username?
I think it's Emily Chestnut. Which is that just like, were they trying to tell me something?
You got some chestnuts? Oh, nut on your chest. Emily likes her titties
nutted on?
Nutted on.
Oh, okay. This is news to Emily.
Well, before you said you like dominance, what if...
I guess so.
Do you like...
I don't like being dirty.
Titties?
So, like, they better take care of me after. I guess I'll do it.
It's all about aftercare.
Yeah,
Take care of your ladies.
Yeah.
Don't just throw a towel at her. You clean that shit up.
Disrespectful. Get warm water, too.
Warm water.
Yeah,
soap?
just like...
I feel like you're a soap person. Emily showers all the time.
Yeah, I get
Which maybe
out.
there'll be videos of her in the shower.
Oh.
On her
I might have you
OnlyFans.
take some of those.
We're going to have to do some collabs.
Collabs.
Ah!
Jamie always says collabs, and I'm like, what the
we're
fuck
gonna
is a collab?
Collab. Collaborate. Collab.
Collaborate.
Collab.
Collaborate.
Collaborate. I say it wrong, but I guess when we like collaborate, like behind the scenes.
So
what has it been like? Okay, so Emily has been with me for the past year.
Yeah, literally, you moved in. You were like, oh, by the way, I'm starting an OnlyFans. And then, like, a week later, you were like, I made $20K. What's up? And I was like, what the fuck is happening? So I've literally been there since, like,
I started.
The inception. Like, I saw you literally apply to be approved to get an OnlyFans. Like,
yep. Yeah, you saw everything.
I've seen a lot of your nipples.
You've seen a lot of stuff. I would make Emily, like, give me massages. Or,
spank that booty.
Spank my butt in videos. And we have, like, cameras set up. Like, there's so much behind the scenes that goes on to make this content happen.
When we made your calendar,
my
that
topless
was, like,
calendar?
a lot. Yeah, your topless calendar.
Yeah, we did a
whole
photo
show.
A topless comedy show to raise money for Black Lives Matter. Did a photo shoot because we raffled off topless calendars of me, and all those proceeds went to different charities. And that was fun. But
When was that? Back in
you had to hold
June
up props for me and stuff.
Yeah.
Each month was different.
Take the photo, like, leaned over.
Yeah. I worked so hard on these topless calendars.
You did.
And I ordered 100 of them, and I had a whole box of them. I've been traveling for, like, the past...
And then they got stolen.
Yeah, so they were in my, I don't know, walkway, I guess.
Like the front entryway as you get into our
apartment
building.
I come back from my trip, and Emily's like, I have really bad news.
Because, so she was coming home that Friday, but our trash day is Thursday. So I came home. They were there in the morning. I came home, like, not even thinking that they would get tossed because they'd been there for, like, 3 weeks.
So I was gone for so long.
Yeah. And then they were literally just gone.
Yeah, so basically our apartment complex threw out all my merch that cost me well over $1,000. And I couldn't donate them. So
yeah.
That was fun.
So you guys missed out.
Yeah, that took weeks, though, to make that calendar.
Maybe we'll do a round 2.
I spent so much money on... Yes, we should do a round 2, but maybe have both of us.
Ooh.
2 girls, 1 blunt calendars. Oh! We're businesswoman.
Did we not just come up with the concept?
We just came up with the concept.
Right on the spot. Let's
Topless
go.
calendars of Jamie and Emily. Your titties are way bigger than mine, though.
Yeah, but you have a better ass. So, like, I'm shaped like
She
a
says
capital
this, and
P.
her butt is the most insane butt
I'm
I've ever
literally
seen.
shaped like Wendy Williams.
That's a good thing. You turn to the side, it's like an S.
It's a P, the
P.
capital P.
You have, okay, she acts like she has no ass. And Emily, are you fishing for compliments? Emily, your ass is so fat.
No, I need to go back to the gym. It's time to start lifting again.
We've been lifting. We've
Yeah.
been doing booty
It took a couple
workouts.
weeks off, you know.
Me too. And I tried to get back into it, and Emily and I went to a class together.
Oh my God.
I went after drinking, so I was dead. The next day, Emily and I couldn't walk.
It was so funny. Like I could not
Like,
get on the floor. Like
you couldn't
sit
even
down.
sit on the couch.
I could not move.
Like sitting on the toilet.
getting off
hurt.
the toilet. That was a different type of I was like, I
You're like,
literally
I'm not
had
gonna be able
to
to do it.
lift myself up and go 1, 2, 3, and then I was like on the way up.
It was hard. I dropped something, and I was like,
It's done for.
fuck this shit. I cannot bend over right now.
Is that what like being pregnant is like? Like you have like, you can't do.
I want a
Bend.
surrogate. No, I don't.
Ye-
But, like, I do.
That would be nice.
Yeah, when they try to bend over.
Yeah.
Well, your belly just gets in the way. You'd be like, bend. Oop. Well, I can't bend anymore. But behind the scenes, too, I think that there's so many people who judge girls who have OnlyFans.
Oh goodness, do I have a story for that later?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we're gonna get into
Ugh.
that. Some people judge girls who have OnlyFans, and they think that I've heard comments about me or girls, and
I've
we're not-
heard comments about you that like everything you've gone through, like
Yeah,
I see it. I'm like,
yeah. Like people say, like, oh, you're not forward thinking. Oh, I had a friend, my old best friend, told me that I was trashy and that no man would ever respect me. And I'm like a whore, basically, for having one.
the things people say out of their mouths that they
Yeah.
think are okay.
People say OnlyFans isn't a real job. I own a fucking S corporation. So let's
So
talk about
what-
your real
what about
job
the
where
money?
you work for somebody else, you dumb fuck. Sorry.
It's a sensitive subject.
Yeah, it's a sensitive subject. I'm trying
Yeah.
to work on my emotions.
It's okay. No, but like people feel very like judgmental towards it. Like there's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
a huge stigma.
So there's a lot that goes into it that I wanted us to like talk about so that you guys can see like the business side. Like what do these girls go through to make it successful? If you're an actual like you're using OnlyFans as like a business, you're not just like anyone using an OnlyFans. Like you're trying to grow your social media. You're messaging hundreds of thousands and thousands of fans.
Yeah.
Like there's so much owning
Building
a business.
engagement.
Yeah,
Responding to people.
your accountant, trying to hire, like we're hiring this studio, like this ultimately is a part of that. Do you know what I mean? Because the more that this podcast gets out, hopefully you guys subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Do you see our
And it
titties?
helps. And so it's an investment into our future and our business. So there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah. People like don't really think big picture. And I think that's something that we're both very good at is seeing more than what's just right there.
Yeah. Like people are like, oh, what about like a corporate job will never hire you again?
I don't
Oh my
want a
God.
corporate
I don't
job.
want a corporate job.
I've had them. They suck.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I purposely say the most fucked up shit on the internet so that no one can ever hire me again. So that I make it literally impossible and I have to make this successful.
we work well under pressure.
Yeah. I'm just like, it's like Darwin. It's survival of the fittest.
You
If I
gotta
feel
go.
like, if, it's either this works or it doesn't, but I'm going to like make sure I keep working at it
Yeah.
so that there isn't another option.
It is a business.
It is a business. What have you noticed? What were you surprised about the most, I guess, watching me grow this past year, quit my job, start an OnlyFans, do everything myself? I definitely have changed a lot.
I don't know. I feel like the vitriol that like people like hurl at you is like there's a lot of anger, and people are, I don't know. It's very aggressive. Like, why do you care that much? Why does it bother you so much?
Because they are not confident enough to do it, or they're not confident enough to like pick their own path because of their family, what their family might think. Like that's
Yes.
important to some people, so they don't do things that they want to do that could be better for them to
It's
make
also-
other people happy and like them.
It's scary. Like putting yourself out there that much. Like it's not just showing your titties. You also have to show who you are.
Yeah, if you're successful at it, you're not just selling your body. Your body's honestly not going to be what makes you the most money. It's going to be your personality and who you are. Are you building relationships
Are you a
with
genuine
people?
person?
Are you being genuine? Like, one of my friends literally she sends a free DM every day of her taking a shit. And she just talks about, like, her day and, like, things that happened the day before while she's shitting.
Do you think you can hear the plops?
Probably.
That's what I've been dying to know ever
I
since
know.
you
I
told
should
me
ask
about
her when I
that.
see her next month. But like, I will show, like, behind the scenes of me getting, like, a spray tan, or if I'm out at the club and I meet somebody, like, there's so much to
There's
it
a lot
that
that
you're
goes into
showing
it.
and letting people in your life.
It's very, you have to like bear yourself.
Yeah.
Literally.
Were you not expecting people to be as harsh as they were? Because I expected it. I knew when I started that I was going to get a lot of people, like, upset, or people just wouldn't understand why I was doing what I was doing. Because it also wasn't as socially acceptable then as it is now. A lot has changed in a year. But
Yeah.
I guess I didn't expect to lose my friends.
I think
like,
that's
close
more
friends
what I
over
was
it.
surprised about. Like, you got a lot of people like in your life who were horrible about it, and
I'm
not
pretty
at all
sure the
supportive.
friend that said all that stuff to me, we worked together, and I'm pretty sure she's the one who told my bosses that I had one, because right after she said all that shit to me, the following week,
Yeah.
I was called into the HR's office, and they sat me down about having an OnlyFans. So I was like, isn't it interesting that I've had this too for like 2 months and no one knew? And now all of a sudden someone knows when I fight with somebody who's in the office? How convenient.
Yeah.
So to know that it was going to be taken that far, that someone would try to get me fired from my job, was
Your
like,
source of
that was a
income.
lot.
Yeah, that's shitty.
Because people just don't like, men don't, like, a lot of men don't like when women are, like, capitalizing and profiting off their bodies, even though they want access to
Yeah.
it for free, because everyone fucking watches porn where people are exploited.
Yeah.
And girls get upset because, like, maybe they don't feel confident enough to do it,
Or yeah, literally that
or they're afraid
fear.
to lose, like, a man or their boyfriend or whatever. But it's like, I'm sorry, are they paying your bills?
Nope.
All these people, like, had things to say about me and, like, about who I was and my character. When they all knew who I was and, like, why I did stuff, they didn't see, like, my business mindset about this. And I was like, I'm
No.
going to turn this into a huge business and be able to diversify my income and be safe and secure financially.
Especially
by
during a
using this money
pandemic.
during a pandemic.
Yeah.
Had I not done that, I literally may have been homeless. Like, I would not have been able to afford my bills. I saw my sales numbers dropping. Everyone was canceling. I sold digital marketing to small businesses, and the pandemic happened. Those businesses were closed. What's the first thing they're cutting? They're cutting marketing because
Yeah.
they're not even fucking open. So I was like, and I don't know how long this is gonna last. I was like, my job is not going to be. I was like making 6 figures before. I was not going to be even close to that. I was going to make maybe half, and living how I was living and my bills and my expenses and student loans, like, I wasn't going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Emotionally, I wasn't in a place to get a second job, because also there was no second job. So what else was I going to do? I had 5,000 followers on social media, and I was like, you know what? I saw the bigger picture. I was like, everyone's going to be home. They may be home for a long time.
You weighed the risks.
Yeah, I didn't take my panties off for the first year of me doing it. Like, all you saw was, like, my tits, and, like, I danced and, like, did sexy shit. And I fucking made $100K during the pandemic in 8 months
That's not
on
bad.
OnlyFans. So,
And-
like,
So
for
why
any-
be mad?
Why are you mad? Are you paying my bill? Are you gonna make sure I can eat tomorrow?
Yeah.
No. Let people live their life and do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, so since I've started one or am starting one, like, I feel like I've been weighing the pros and cons. Obviously, I went with it regardless, but, like, what are some of the pros and cons that you really went through in your head when you started it? Because I know you had a friend who introduced you to OnlyFans who has one or had one.
I think, well, my initial fear, like, starting one was more so, I have been told my entire, like, life, like, literally college and past college, everyone's like, you should be a cam girl. You'd be so good at being a cam girl.
I was told that too.
Yeah, they were like, you're dirty,
the
you
tits?
like to talk, you're confident, you have that sex appeal, like, you're fucking good at it, so why not do it? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna be a fucking porn star, like, cam girl, fuck that. Because there was that social stigma of what it meant. And I was also at a point in my life where I wasn't as confident in myself as I am now, and people's opinions did affect me.
Yeah.
And so I had to like take the risk and be like, and trust myself that I was going to do this. I was going to still stay within my boundaries. I was going to still respect myself. I wasn't going to do anything I wasn't comfortable doing for money. And I was like, I'm going to make it happen. And so I started pretty like PG, you know?
Yeah.
And as I got more comfortable and as I like just saw how awesome it was and the money and the people I've met along the way, the freedom. I got to wake up at fucking 11 o'clock whenever I want to. Like, I choose my schedule, and I have ADHD, so like a corporate 9-to-5 job doesn't really work for me, you know? So like the pros for me were like, okay, flexible schedule.
Freedom.
Yeah. Time freedom. I don't have to ask anyone to take off work if I want to travel. You could call me today and be like, yo, we're going to fucking California. We're going to Tulum tomorrow. Buy your ticket.
You're like,
and I
okay.
can say yes. And how the past, since everything opened, how much have I done that?
You've done it a lot.
I just
Where
said,
you just go.
yeah, I did Puerto
Which is the
Rico to
goal.
Miami to LA, back to Miami, home
back
for
to
2
LA.
weeks, back to LA.
Yeah.
Now I'm home. I get to, and I'm just, and someone asks me, presents an opportunity to me, I can say yes and take it.
Right.
I can make all the decisions are for me. I'm not letting anyone down because I don't have a boss.
Which is what I think everyone wants, especially during the pandemic. I feel like everyone was just like, you know what? Actually, fuck bosses. Fuck work. Fuck all of this. This is bullshit.
Yeah, no one wants to work now. Now we're literally like corporate America, fuck you. I'd rather stay home on unemployment. Like,
As you should.
smoke weed during the day.
Yep.
Like, I can wake up and do whatever. I can talk about whatever I want online because
Yeah.
again, I'm my boss. So who's not gonna fire me? Like, no one.
I'm not going to fire
And
myself.
people are like, oh, well, maybe you won't get opportunities. The more that I stepped into who I was, and I'm fucking vulgar, I say whatever the fuck I want, the
Being
more
genuine.
opportunities I've got.
Yeah.
So everyone said all these like limiting beliefs to me, like you won't be able to do this, you won't be able to do this, projecting.
You won't get this, but that's really just them being scared that they wouldn't
They
get
wouldn't
it if
do
they
it.
were
And I was like,
doing
no, I'm
that.
gonna make it happen. And those opportunities have been like coming left and right.
Like when you open yourself up to accepting that those are other people's fears and you don't need to allow them to reflect onto you,
Yeah,
good things come in.
exactly. What else is fun? I've met so many cool people. Like the past couple months, like with huge influencers, a bunch of verified people, stand-up comedians, movie directors, like the people I've been put in front of because I have an OnlyFans. That's the shit I dreamed about when I wanted to be famous and like a singer as a kid. You know what I mean? And it's happened. So it's like everything that I've like dream about in my life is able to actually start happening.
So what were you concerned about? Was it like family?
No. I mean, I don't
Friends?
have like, I told my brother and sister and they were like, whatever about it. And I don't really have mom and dad much. So like, I didn't really care. And then my aunts and uncles, it was like, well, when I was struggling as a kid and we had no fucking money or food and no heat and no Christmas gifts and all this shit, you guys all saw what happened in my life. And like, did you guys help? Did you make
No.
sure you got us Christmas gifts? Did
No.
you try to lend a helping hand because we had no food on the table? No. So fuck you. Fuck your opinion. I love you, like, still, because you're my family. But, like, I don't give two fucks what you think about how I make my money if you're not helping me.
Yeah.
You know?
My family was for it.
Yeah, they were. They were pretty
They told me to
accepting.
do it. Yeah. They just said, like, don't tell the kids. I was like, why the fuck would I tell children about my titties? Like, absolutely not. I am not going to jail. I'm not going to
Yeah.
prison.
I think, like, I don't know. People get so caught up with what other people think and that they're going to, like, get judged.
And having
it's
to
like,
prove themselves to others.
But when you're in this industry and in this like world of like being an online public figure in any capacity, because I use OnlyFans to pursue the stuff outside of like sex work.
Yeah.
I use it to pursue stand-up comedy. I use it to do like acting shit, to meet influencers, to live that kind of life, like TikTok stuff. I'm gonna be buying fucking multifamilies soon. Like that's what I've been able to get into.
Yeah. Diversifying income.
Yeah. I think like a con too, the relationship thing is so big for
Dating
a lot
someone
of people.
with an OnlyFans.
Yeah, dating somebody with an OnlyFans.
My last man's was very supportive of me having an OnlyFans. He was like pushing me to do it. He would like take videos of me.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out on a date with somebody who wasn't cool with it.
Yeah.
Like, people know right up front, like, I'm not gonna, like, if you don't like it, then don't fucking talk to me, because I'm not gonna date you, find out 6 months later that you're not comfortable with it anymore, and you're gonna try to get me to stop. And then there will be people who, again, are not strong in who they are and what they want and their vision for themselves, that will give up something that could really help them and change their life for another person, so they're not alone. Mm-hmm. You know?
No, I think the right person will not care.
Yeah. I can tell immediately when a guy's talking to me, the way that they talk about it, or the way that I hear them talk about girls who have one, that, like, you can tell some guys are, like, judgy, and then you have the guys who are so cool about it.
Girl, oh my gosh, I have to tell you. So, we're looking for apartments in Miami.
Yeah.
I call a realtor who I literally just find off the internet. I don't know, freaking Google Miami realtors. And he, like, I told him what we do, because obviously, like, you kind of have to, because we don't have, like, pay stubs. It would just be, like, bank statements. And he was like, oh, yeah, like, I could never date a girl with an OnlyFans. Like, I want a conservative
You're talking
woman.
to the realtor about this?
Yeah, we had an hour-long conversation. His thoughts about women were very alarming.
Why'd you stay on the phone with this man?
I was honestly interested in, like, hearing the other side. I was like, what goes through these people's heads? Like, here's an opportunity to speak to one.
Social experiment.
Yeah, literally. I was like, what the fuck is this guy on? And he was like, people who do OnlyFans are, and I was like, whores? He was like, yeah. And I was like,
I love how you say it.
yeah, because
I'm gonna give him the bait.
That's what he was thinking, though. And you could tell, like, just the way he was talking about it, he was like, yeah, it's, like, gross when, like, women, like, post themselves. And I'm like, why does it care? Like, if you're making money, why does it matter?
People think that there's less respect. I think there should be more respect in knowing who you are.
Yeah.
And not letting other people shake you, you know? Yeah, dude, didn't he send you all these selfies? Dude.
Yes.
We should, like, pull up this feed.
Do you want to look at them again?
This man, first of all, those are 50 text messages in a row.
Yeah, he sent me, like, 20 pictures.
20 pictures show the fans.
Literally just, like, he just keeps going. Just more pictures of himself.
Just sent her random pictures of herself.
And he was
well,
like...
but you told him you had an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I told him I had an OnlyFans, but he's still, like, hitting on me.
And saying he has no respect for women.
Exactly. And he was like, I don't respect women who, like, have sex. And then he's talking about, like, fucking bitches all the time and, like, paying for dinners. I'm like... Something's not, like...
adding up here.
PEMDAS. There's no PEMDAS here. Like, I did not understand. And then he was talking about how he's, like, a millionaire and he's, like, rich and, like... And then he was like, $300 for a plane ticket was expensive, but I paid it. I was like, why is $300 expensive for you? Like...
If you're a realtor.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I had a realtor who was making $350K a year in Florida and be like, come fly down. And I'm like, get my ticket. I'm broke. You know I'm broke. This is, like, back when I was struggling. And he was like, oh, we can go halvesies on a ticket. And I never saw that man again. He didn't understand why.
Fuck that. I can't stop looking at these photos. He was talking about pregnant women, and he was like, if a woman doesn't want to have kids, she disgusts me. Like, in my head, he was like, in my head, women who don't want to have children are horrible, and I resent them and hate them and think violent thoughts. I was like,
what the hell?
Okay. And he was talking about how he, like, questioned a woman as to why her and her husband didn't have kids, and she had to tell him that she's infertile. And I was like, you do not need to pry like that. And then he was like, my thoughts changed towards her. Like, I started to feel bad for her. I was like, so women are just, like, baby machines? And, like what is, he was freaky.
That's some Handmaid's Tale shit.
He was terrifying.
That's terrifying that there's people like that.
Needless to say, we are not going through him for our move.
Fuck no. I wouldn't want him knowing where we live either.
No.
If he doesn't respect women.
No.
I feel like he'd be the type of guy to, like, rape a girl.
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
He literally looks evil.
Yeah, that's scary. I hate when guys send me random pictures of themselves and they're like, hi. And then it's just a picture of them. Like, if I don't know you like that.
Why
Why are you doing this? They're like, oh, and then it's like shirtless. They're like in the mirror, like in the bathroom, like taking a picture. And I'm like, am I supposed to like comment on your body or something? Like, this is weird. But oh my goodness. I think another con though, I just popped up is like for people at least is their parents. Like I have the privilege of not having any. But so for me, I didn't really have to consider that. But some people like don't want their parents to find out, or they'll like cut them off. Like parents like threaten to like if their parents are paying for stuff for them. If your parents are paying for stuff for you, then I gotta say you probably do have to care. But I'm the type of person, if I want something, I'm gonna make them not pay for it, and I'm gonna figure it out on my own. You know what I mean? People don't want that. They want to rely on their parents' money.
Yeah.
So then their parents do have a fucking say in it. But like,
yeah,
I wouldn't let myself do that in the first place. I'd want to be good on my own. And also, that is a trauma response from having to be hyper independent from my childhood.
It's okay to ask for help.
Yeah, but you know, I have a friend, and her dad sent her one of the pictures she posted on her OnlyFans. So she's in the mirror, laying on her back, I think like legs spread, full pussy, like her touching herself. And her dad texted her this photo, and was like, "This is what you talk about empowering women online and all this stuff." And she grew up in like a very religious household, and so yeah. I mean, like, I can imagine that's this is a con in general. Like, some of the stuff that will happen if you do it, like, how do you recover from that? My dad sent me a picture of my pussy spread. Like,
I would never be the same. I would never be the same.
You would never be the same. So, like,
I pray to God that does not happen.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Does your dad know you're getting one?
Yeah.
And so what did he say about it?
Oh, he's so for it. He's like, go for it. I'm like, all right, here we go.
And you told him not to, like, look for it?
Why would he look for it?
I don't know. Some dads are weird.
My dad is not Donald Trump. He does not want to fuck me.
Oh, my God. That's it, folks. Donald Trump wants to fuck his daughter. Emily's dad doesn't want to fuck her. I don't know why. You're so fuckable.
Oh, my gosh. Oedipus, here we come. Wait. No, it's the Electra complex. The Oedipus Electra complex, where it's like from Greek mythology.
Yeah.
They fucked their parents and bad things happened.
Oh my God.
Speaking of...
I think it's when guys, though, are... there's nothing that turns me on more than, like, a man who is so for me just, like, getting after my bag.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, that's my bitch. I'll take your photos for you. Like, I'll be in the videos. I'll be a prop. Whatever the fuck you need, I will do it. You get that money. Buy me some Jordans while you're at it. And they're so supportive, and it doesn't, like, shake their confidence. Yeah. They're not, like, upset or insecure that you're messaging dudes and doing this. They're, like, so for it. That is some big dick energy.
Yes.
Big dick energy.
And I think part of having big dick energy or fat pussy energy is being true to yourself and having that confidence and knowing that, like, you are that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you just are.
For girls, if fat pussy energy.
No,
Emily
even guys.
has a fat pussy. We talked about it last episode.
I just want to know, like, guys,
maybe you'll be able to see her fat pussy one day on OnlyFans.
You got to pay for that. I just need to know, guys, can you DM us, or girls, are camel toes hot?
Yes.
Okay, they're hot.
We're getting a thumbs up in the background. It's like, I want to see some fat pussy in your legs.
All right, because I feel like camel toes are, like, out of, like, style. I'm like, no, bring them back.
Camel toes are being brought back in.
Okay,
like,
thank God. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I started doing that with my shorts. That's like I'll post pictures like that. I was like, I didn't think this was hot, and then I saw all the girls doing it, and I'm like, this is getting
hot.
them OnlyFans subscribers, and I'm like, also, why am I thinking about their vaginas now? So I'm gonna do it too.
You would do it too for a check.
That big dick energy though, the confidence when they like support you, like, oh my God,
it's so hot.
So people get worried about dating. I'm like, why are you worried? You shouldn't want to date the guys that are insecure.
Yeah.
or don't support you and get in that bag. Like, why would you want to date somebody like that? That's a red flag to me. If
It is.
You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying?
that they're so easily shaken by that. Like, no.
Yeah, there's big dick energy. What would you like say? Is like what could some guys do as well that like makes them have big dick energy?
I feel like planning dates, being like, meet me here. This is what you need to wear. Like, I'll pick you up.
It's the confidence.
Yeah.
It's the security in themselves. They're like, I know this is what's gonna be good. They're not like, where should we eat or what do you want to do? That's fucking
No.
little.
Tell
dick
me what I wanna
energy.
do.
Tell me what we're doing. Show up and be like, yo, baby, here it is. I'm giving you everything I got. And you're gonna fucking like it. And just like instantly, I'm like, oh, the respect that I have for that man.
I just love confidence. It's
Right?
so hot. So
like,
hot.
I think when a guy's like just when like guys like to treat women as the queens that they are, they're not like, women are trying to take my money. Oh, like that's all they want. They want us to pay their bills. Like, you're just mad because you can't even pay your own. Like,
And it's okay.
it's okay.
We all
but,
gotta
like,
work
let's
on
just admit it.
ourselves.
Let's have some self-awareness here. That is little dick energy. So you don't deserve a girl in that situation in the first place.
That's true.
You know?
And set your standards, stick to them.
Yeah. So, I mean, what else? I think respect for other people. We talked in the last episode too, like servers, like
so
people,
hot.
like when you respect people and you also know like you're confident and like you got it going on. I think that's super hot.
Just respect.
Yeah.
I guess we have very low standards. We
I know.
just want
Basic respect is so sexy.
Human decency.
That's what gets me going.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah, like opening doors. That's big dick energy.
Or like walking on the outside of me on a street.
Yes.
People forget about that. It's the little things, though.
I also think being in control of your emotions and understanding your emotions is big dick energy. Like, I think like some guys
but also
think,
being able to show them and still feel them.
yes, that's bigger dick energy. That's monster cock energy. All right, we like monster cock energy. But like think about it when okay. Oh, who's a man with big dick energy?
Our trainer.
Oh, shout out to our personal trainer.
Boston Barbell
Boston
Official
Barbell
on all
Underground.
platforms.
It is an underground gym. There's so many fucking hot milfs.
So many bad
Like
bitches.
the women
yeah.
with fat asses. He's the glute whisperer.
He
just
really
wants to
is.
build women's asses, and all the guys there are like,
They have dumpies too.
yeah,
Like,
they got fucking dump trucks. Like, oh my goodness,
Everybody's hot.
But he has big dick energy. Why?
He just like knows. He tells us what to do.
But I think he like is smart. Like he knows his shit.
Yes.
He's running his own business. He's building it from fucking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He's
very good at what he does, and you can
good at
tell
what he
that.
does. He respects us. He's so professional.
Yes. He's not creepy, like at all.
He doesn't let other people's insecurities get in the way of him. So like pursuing his like career. You know what I mean?
He does his shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he like does his shit, and I'm like, that's a man right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time he told me a story. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, whatever. One time he told me a story where he was like on a date and this girl, I think a girl like tripped and like sprained her ankle. And so he picked her up over his shoulder, walked like 3 blocks and up her like stairs, and she was on like the 5th floor because she couldn't walk, and took her home. That is monster cock energy.
Yeah.
So
I injure
get some in
myself
there.
a lot, so I need a strong man.
yeah. What about fat pussy energy?
I feel like independent, knows what she wants, like is going for it, working on herself. Like nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Even with fat pussies. You
I
know?
think confidence in like your sexuality and that you're sexy and like you can use your femininity. That's also like fat pussy energy.
And that's hard. That's
Yeah.
very hard to do.
It is.
I'm sure it comes naturally to some people. I am not.
I
that
think you have
people.
fat pussy energy, but I think you also just have a fat pussy. So like,
It might just be the pussy.
yeah, I just look at you and I'm like, oh.
Oh.
What woman has fat pussy energy? Meg the Stallion has fat pussy energy.
Absolutely.
She's just a fucking bad bitch
Who else?
queen. Trying to think. Do you guys have anyone that's has fat pussy energy? Who?
We all do.
They said the tribe is
They're just
spoken.
gassing
They
us
said
up.
we have fat pussy energy. I love it.
That's the only right answer.
I know.
All right. So I think we need to wrap up the episode. But Jaime, I'm struggling. So I have not spoken to my ex, but you know me.
Her ex has blown her up and sent her probably 100 messages, paragraphs, like novels. I think I read a full novel in the like past like 2 or 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and called her and showed up at her house,
Yep.
and she has not budged once.
I have not.
She has not answered a single fucking thing. And I am a proud mother. I've taught you so well. It's taken a while.
I have been horny, but here we are.
I'm very proud of you. So, like,
Just give me 2 more business weeks and I'll be good.
yeah, my ex just reached out to me. I called that shit. I was like, you know what? I think around springtime.
He's going to come back.
He's going to come back. I told her that. I
And
was like,
here we
and I was
are.
so confident. She was like, I'm not even going to worry about it.
Oh, we knew he was coming back.
Yeah, I knew.
There was
because
no
I lost
question.
40 pounds. I'm fucking glowing.
You got fat pussy energy.
I went from that, thin little bird beak pussy energy to fucking fat pussy energy.
Oh my God.
And, I'm confident lying. I'm hanging out with cool people. He's seeing it. He's like, oh, fuck. She did everything she told me she was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see her fucking worth. I didn't see her worth. He didn't.
But he's still not coming.
And now he's like, I got no.
But he's not
fucked up.
coming with big dick energy.
He's not. He's coming with little dick energy.
And it's
So,
frankly
Rob,
disappointing. Please do better.
Throw the dick. Let's go. You got to go after what you want. And
We
be
can't
like,
wait
this
around
is-
all day.
Yeah.
Come on now.
If you're like playing games, little dick energy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not.
All right, so we're just not going to talk to our exes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can. Whatever. I'm not going to talk to my ex.
I'm not talking to him either. I haven't answered him.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, you're just sending me stupid shit.
He's like
to
half-assing
keep
it.
me, like breadcrumbing me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no. Be a man. Pick up the phone. Call me. Say whatever you need to say. Ask me to do something.
Let
but you're
it
not
out.
doing anything.
He has to be like emotional and vulnerable.
Yeah, so it's like I would talk to my ex if he were stepping up to the plate and being a man about the situation and going and be like, I think that like masculine energy is like going after what you want and like, I don't know, being a man about it,
Yeah. Would you take him back?
There would have to be like growth. Like I would have to know that the stuff that broke us up in the first place wasn't going to be an issue, that we had healed from that, that we were willing to like, you know what I mean? But if that
Yeah.
like if we're not able to communicate about it and even talk about that stuff and it's like trying to avoid it, like that right there is showing me, okay, that's not healed, or you're not seeing where you were the problem in things. Like I see where I was the problem. You know what I mean?
I think we're very self-aware
I've
about...
worked very hard to change those parts of me so it
Yeah.
doesn't get in the way of the next relationship. But I haven't been able to, basically his actions have been telling me that he hasn't and he's not ready yet. And so I'm not going to force it anymore.
Yeah.
Would you get back with yours?
I think it would have to be like years from now. At least like a year and a half. Maybe
Why?
2. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of growing to do and healing. I think I need to heal a lot. I don't know. I just wouldn't want to see the same patterns because like if we got back together, it would just be the same thing. And I don't want that anymore.
Yeah.
So there would have to be a lot of action.
I was like, I think people don't realize how much time is actually needed for healing and growth. Like people think you break up and a month later they come back and they're like, it's going to be different. It's
No.
like, you really can't do the work to heal yourself and break habits in a month. It takes 90 days to fucking create like a consistent routine. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I do think that under the right circumstances, you could take an ex back.
yeah. But I think some exes are just like,
Yeah.
there's no hope. Some people don't want to change or like grow up. They just want, you make it too difficult for them and you're holding standards and boundaries and they're throwing a fit, it's showing you that they're never going to respect the standards and boundaries ever. And therefore they don't respect you.
Yeah.
So like you're going to have those problems and it's not going to work.
I've also never had this experience before because my last ex just died right after we broke up. So that was done.
Yeah, so that saved you from that. So casually, he's dead now.
I like have to laugh about it. Otherwise I get really emotional.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm a crier.
Yeah.
I cry a lot.
I don't know why I used to do this when I was in relationships and I was dating someone. I would think about like, what if they died right
I think
now?
about that all the
And
time.
I literally
think
will
that
make
about
myself
you.
cry. And I'm like, what if she just died tomorrow? And like, what would I do? How would I feel? And then I start getting, I cry.
literally
and
get
I'm
so
like,
stressed out. I'm like, I would have to take care of Lola and Harley, and I would have to make sure that everybody's okay. And it's just.
I also talk about dying a lot too. I'm like, if I ever die, here's what you got. Just, you take this.
I feel like I say things all the time, and you're like, Emily, that was so Final Destination. And I'm like, I've never seen that, but I think about things falling on me and crushing me or just dying in an accident. Like, what if I just fall out of a plane and a shark eats me? What would I do? What would I do?
I think about that stuff too, especially when I'm high.
Yeah.
And then I hyper focus on it, and I'm like, would I know how to scale a building if there was a zombie apocalypse?
I
like,
would
I
not.
need to learn these things.
I think we need to start going to learn how to fight. I feel like we have to be able to fight.
You can tell we both have ADHD because we just took this conversation like it's like a fucking Candyland game. Like you're going around.
There are some obstacles, you know. It happens. But yeah, we have to learn how to fight.
We should do Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, we should.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess on the next podcast, you'll see if we tried Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Maybe we should do a blog on that.
We could. That would be fun.
Emily and Jaime fight each other. Who wins?
We'll see.
And then we make a version where we're naked.
I was just thinking naked with pudding.
With Jello or pudding. Not pudding, because then it really would be
That's
like
gross.
2 girls, 1 blunt, 1
It
cup.
looks like shit.
2 girls, 1 blunt, 1 cup.
Oh.
Next episode, you guys can find us
Oh, Lord.
on OnlyFans TV, YouTube,
Instagram, TikTok,
yeah.
Twitter, everywhere.
everywhere. And
We are worldwide,
In your
baby.
dad's DMs.
You know it.
In your mom's
In
DMs
your-
too, because fuck, I'm down for both. All right, I hope you had a great, you enjoyed this conversation.
It's been real.
It's
I feel like I really showed my ass here.
Well, you showed the titties.
Well, you know, one will do.
Yeah. All right. We love you. Bye.